What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Guys, I've been quite interested in this Pop the Balloon or Find Love special. And of course, this is not just common in the States. Nigeria has a version. You guys know I have the Pan-African dating show. We're about to hit 100,000 subscribers. I might have a version to this coming up, but it can get kind of out of hand, right? Which is kind of what a lot of folks like. There could be some roasting going on, people talking about what they don't like. And I want to key in on something for the men, right? Especially black men on your way to achieving certain levels of success. How you should handle when you want to reject somebody, turn somebody away, because you have a lot of power, whether you know it or not, right? And oftentimes when we start getting successful, or some brothers are not really successful, just acting like they're successful, I think we spend so much time on trying to tell somebody about themselves when it's not necessary, when you can just leave them alone, okay? I want to play this clip of this brother who is about to reject this sister for this reason.
How many kids you have?
Preference. I have 3.
You have
25,
3?
18, and 12.
Okay, how many baby daddies?
2.
2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's no disrespect towards that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I just want you to understand, when it comes to a man of top tier, right, we give you a few from one man. Mm-hmm. That's it. If you have multiple from a different man, that disqualifies yourself.
So it disqualifies a top tier woman from getting a top
That's
tier
exactly
man
right. Why? Because there's billions of women on this planet.
All right, so you guys heard that, right? The guy is, giving her a rude awakening about, hey, you got 3 kids by 2 different dudes. You're not gonna be ready for a high level black man, okay? You're not ready. You're not on the high level black man situation, okay? So let me just do this. All of that definitely can be true, okay? It can definitely be true. Let me say this so it can be understandably true. We all know that most successful guys would not go for a lady in her situation, at least the ones that I know. She's not ugly. She's not unattractive at all. But again, 3 kids by 2 different guys. Unless the guy is much older, it could be, that could be red flags for a lot of, especially a lot of professional black men, because number one, not through any fault of her own, but it's just there's so many women out there. And he alluded to that. There are a billion other ladies on the planet that you're competing for someone like myself or some other guy. That can be absolutely true. And we know it in many cases it is true. Here's what you have to realize though once you start getting money. You don't even waste your time telling somebody about themselves like this. And I've done this before. And the more I thought about it, the more I think about how dumb it was to make somebody feel bad because they're not on my level or they don't have what I have. Of course, there are going to be a lot of ladies that will be interested in you and they're not gonna hit your qualification mark. It's not up to you to tell them that, look, right now I'm not interested in seeing anybody. I'm not trying to say lie, but hey, right now I would like to remain friends as I'm, recovering from another relationship, or, you're a nice person, everything like now, but right now I feel like it's best that, I keep my options open and things like that. That's really all that you have to say. And when you're saying that, you're still getting across that, well, you're not strong enough as a candidate for me to really say, I want to deal with you, which is really what you need to do and do it with a level of class, because all of this, you got kids or you're overweight or you wear a weave or, you're broke, all of which, like I said, could be or could not be true. It's just classless. And then again, it's a way to create enemies. And then it looks like you're trying to tear down a woman or whatever, when really, when you got it like that, it's not even necessary. Most guys who have a certain level of wealth, a certain level of opportunity, this is not how you're gonna respond. He's responding like a guy who really don't have that opportunity. Now, let's talk about Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels was a YouTuber, okay? And there could be, at times, some level of entertainment value to what he's doing, all right? I can tell you that Kevin Samuels would never be around a lady he felt was unattractive or was not his type, he wouldn't even waste his time talking to them, no matter what they said. He would just simply ignore them. Now, if it's somebody that you don't want to deal with, and again, I do know this is a show, but again, like the real thing is, all right, listen, yeah, you have 2 kids, whatever. Okay, yeah, that might be a little bit too much for me, or I would like somebody that don't have any kids. Just keep it at that. Because I'm gonna tell you like this, when you are a man and you have your stuff together, I know that you got feminism out here. I know you got people trying to bring men down. Man, you have a lot of power, man. You have a lot of demand. You will never go, and especially if you're confident and you're not an insecure asshole, insecure with women, being upset with women all the time, being mad at them for their mood swings or their changes, and you can pretty much be a man enough to understand that money don't make you, you make the man. You're always going to be in control. Even if you fall out with a chick or y'all not dating right now, but you can still be cool, she'll go deal with a dude that's insecure and she'll come back simply because of how you carry yourself. You will always have good looking ladies and decent ladies in your life simply because of who you are. All the other guys will end up being jerks and end up being stupid. It's not even necessary. Like before, let me just say this. If I didn't like something a woman did, I felt like it was my need and desire to be heard. All right. I needed to be heard because, X, Y, and Z did X something to me, and I need to tell her about how she offended me and who the F do she think she's dealing with. That's how I used to see it. Now it's, oh, okay, so that's what she did. Clearly that was on purpose. Let's get her out of there as soon as possible and move on to somebody else, and with certainty never speak to her again because she played with it. And I ain't gotta tell her nothing, I ain't gotta curse her out. Let me give you an example. There was a particular lady, a young lady, who, in my honest opinion, I thought was very attractive, right? Was one of the most beautiful chicks. I mean, maybe you might not think so, but for me, if I could describe her, she had one of the bounciest booties. She had, I think at the time, like short hair, beautiful lady. So this lady had a little small business I used to go and support, okay? Now, to be fair, this lady has some history of trauma from what they tell me. After hearing her story, she had some trauma things going on in her life, had some drug use, done some things. The lady was kind of crazy, right? All right, so boom. So I never even talked to her on that level. I would see her out. I would always support her. So this is what happened. One day she hits me up. The lady goes, yeah, O'Shea, I think the business that I'm associated with is about to close right now. I was like, okay. Or I think I told her that or something like that. Basically, she was like, I'm trying to get some funding to get into the new business. You should invest in my business. And at first I thought she was just joking. I'm like, what? I'm like, I don't even know anything about your business. She was like, listen, either you're going to invest in my business or never talk to me ever again. So at that particular point, right? At that particular point, I didn't say like, yo, who the F you think you talking to? You think you somebody special? Who you think you playing with? None of that, right? Wanna know what I did? I immediately blocked her. I didn't say anything to her. I didn't say anything about her. I didn't go around insulting her or anything. What I did was I blocked her immediately, okay? When I saw her, didn't say anything to her. I will have my little stuff going on, things popping, people know who I am. I didn't say anything to her. Why? I don't have to. I am who I am. I don't need to tell her that who she's talking to, don't she know better recognize who I am? That's why she's broke or whatever. That's kind of stuff I would do like years back. But in today's game, we don't have to do that. All right? And the faster you think like that, once you start getting to your money and you're starting getting on, you're not gonna have a problem. But when you go back and forth and have to tell one of these chicks why you ain't gonna deal with them, it's stupid. It really don't make no sense. You're not gonna deal with them because for whatever reason, you're just not going to deal with them, and you don't even need to tell them that because they don't really tell you why they don't deal with you. They just ghost you. So just ghost them. You know what I'm saying? Just go them. It's all good. You don't have to go back and forth with them at all, tell them about themselves. They already truly know about themselves. You don't have to tell them nothing. They know that people ain't checking for them if they want. All right, they can feel that they're a queen. They can feel that they're whatever else they say. If they was a queen, they would already have what they have, right? So obviously they've been struggling, can't keep nobody. You ain't got to remind them of that. You don't have to remind them of that. You're already winning. When you're already winning, why do you need to kick somebody when they're losing? The only reason why to kick somebody when they're losing is if you're a loser. It's easier said than done. Let them go. continue to keep winning, continue to keep doing what you're doing, and everything will be fine. The real masculinity in all of this is that you're a man that's doing very well, or you will be doing very well. So you have to start acting like it and then letting the losers go by, period. Okay? So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with an episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all you just heard the bell. We're out.